Salido, when he was the #1 guy in the featherweight division, I defeated him, I dropped him. Then I moved up and fight, a better Rocky Martinez. Fought Dejan, who Linares avoided. He was also undefeated world champion, very dangerous. Sergey Lipin is another undefeated world champion. Now Robert Easter, another undefeated world champion. I don't know if there's another fighter doing what I'm doing.
Mikey, what's weird is he took his time to explain to Errol Spence if he felt disrespected, if he felt overlooked, but yet he still asks you about fighting at 147 and fighting Errol Spence. Is kind of, people want to see you in those fights. Why would they say you're overlooking him if that's the kind of fights they want to see you in?
I'm here to answer questions, and when anybody asks me what's next or what's the fight that excites me the most, honestly, a fight with Errol Spence really excites me. I'm not overlooking anybody. I did my work. I paid attention to this fight first. But, speaking about the near future or another fight, I'm answering the questions. If you guys don't appreciate that or you guys think that I'm overlooking them, stop asking the questions.
Silly unfair, Silly unfair.
I'm just here to answer my questions, and I'll tell you exactly how I feel and what I'm looking for.
Mikey, even though it wasn't mentioned here on stage, on social media, Robert Easter has said that he thinks this is going to be an easy fight for him. He's very confident that he's going to win over you really easily. What do you make of that when he says that on social media?
That's great, because that only means that he's very well prepared, that he doesn't have any doubts, and that's going to bring out the best out of me. Just like my brother told you, I want the best Robert Easter. A lot of people criticize his last performance, saying he should have lost against Fortuna. I don't quite see it that way. I see Fortuna as a very difficult fighter, a fighter who's southpaw and small and punches from different angles and just complicates things for just about anybody. And I still think Robert won that fight. I still think Robert Easter won his fight. It was maybe not his best performance, but he did win. And that's why a lot of people think that he shouldn't be saying that it's going to be an easy fight. And look at I'm not looking for that. I'm looking at the best Robert Easter. I'm hoping to see the best in the ring, and that's when I will be able to get the most credit for.
Does fighting a tall guy like him create more challenges for you, or?
Well, it does. The height and reach, does create challenges. But like I said, I'm pretty experienced. I have fought other taller opponents, and I've had a good training camp, good strategies, good technique. My dad and my brother have, in a way, made adjustments with me, and I'm just ready to do whatever it takes to win.
Obviously, it's gonna be to get in close, get inside with him, right? Because he mentioned, he's a tall, lanky boxer.
I might stay on the outside and catch him coming in. I might, find the timing that I can allow. If he's reaching in, I might be able to counter. There's a lot of things that go into it, but I'm ready to do whatever it takes. I practiced, fighting on the outside against taller opponents so that I could practice and perfect that timing and that range and counter-punching ability. I've also worked on the inside. I've also had sparring partners who exchange, even though they're tall. They exchange. Robert likes to exchange. Robert likes to fight. He's a fighter. So I have had experience in training with different styles so that I can be best prepared.
He mentioned earlier that he watching the Corrales was a bit like him as far as being tall, but liking to brawl, liking to get inside. Do you see him doing that?
I think he's gonna try to use his reach and height more than other nights. I think he's gonna try and box. I think that's what the trainer is probably gonna ask of him. But at some point, I think he does have that fighter instinct. He's gonna fight. He might be remembered, or might be reminded by his trainer to stay away from that. But in a heated exchange, anything can happen.